Now I know what you're thinking. Am I really about to make a whole video just for an arc that lasts like 3 episodes? Yes. Out of all of the arcs in my SAO rewatch, Calibur and Mother Rosario were the ones I were, well, less excited to watch.
Like, overrated as f***, in my opinion. I mean,
I will admit that after enjoying arcs like Fairy Dance more than I thought I would on my rewatch, I was finally willing to give it a chance. I mostly remembered it as just some fun filler to take a break from how serious Phantom Bullet was, and to re-establish 𝗦𝗲 for Mother Rosario. So, you know, who knows? Who knows? Maybe this will be like a fun little downtime. I had some pizza, I can't remember the name of my video, I had pizza, some juice, I was comfy, I was ready, and it was a lot worse than I remembered it being. Now, it isn't terrible. There are definitely worse ways to spend like 69 minutes, like watching 𝗦𝗲𝗶𝗲 or something.
Please just shoot me.
It's pretty obvious that this wasn't exactly given the same attention as the rest of the show was, since, again, it's 3 episodes. But you know what? They feel the need to establish it as its own arc, so I will judge it as such. And it's kinda dookie. Okay, just since it's short, and there are probably a few people watching this who haven't even seen this arc, I'm going to do a quick recap of the general plot. It's pretty simple, so I'm just going to speed through it. So, while doing something in 𝗦𝗲, Kirito and 𝗦𝘄cie save an elephant jellyfish-looking thing, their word, not mine, which gives them a little ride and shows them a big triangle, which, holy shit, look, that's the greatest of the sacred swords, Excalibur! Later, they hear that more people are finding it, they go back to the gang and say, hey, let's go get that sword, team, come on. So, to get there, big cosmic MILF, the Lady of the Lake, tells them that there's a guy in the triangle who's gonna invade 𝗦𝗲. Go get the sword so that he doesn't. Okay, I skipped some stuff, but come on, that's basically the plot, right? To be honest, it kind of reminded me of, like, you know, one of those quests in the Sword Art Online games. And not, like, the main plot, but, like, a side story where Kirito is, like, a harem protagonist for some reason. Actually, out of nowhere, they kind of have him acting like, you know, like Kirito in the game. Was this just, like, a recycled hollow realization plot or something? Because, thinking about it, it kind of makes sense. Now, there isn't too much for me to speak of, not gonna lie. I just thought I might as well make this video. You know, to complete the set, I'm gonna make a Mother Rosario video at some point. I'm probably gonna do Alicization, but I feel like, you know, I need to talk about this. So, what do I like to do? I like to talk about the end.
The biggest piece of dog shit.
Obviously, there's no disrespect to anyone on the actual team, since I'm sure that these episodes probably weren't given, you know, as much of a budget, as much time, because it's kind of short. But we need someone to blame, so here we go. Out of the 3 episodes, episode 15 is... It sucks. It's bad. It's bad. Long exposition scenes, weird flashbacks, and this... I don't know, I just don't like it. It just makes me cringe. It feels like it's trying too hard. This isn't an action-heavy episode, but still, I feel like calmer episodes in any anime can still benefit from good animation. If anything, they might need it more than the flashy fight scenes. Because if you're just listening to characters yap for like 3 minutes, what's more engaging? This? Or this?
I have a feeling there's a lot more at stake here than we think. This will require some explaining. While all VR MMOs originate from the SEED program, there's a difference between them and the final Online event. You see, the frost giants from Jotunheim and Niflheim aren't the only ones who want to attack Arun. Below Niflheim is a fiery realm called Muspelheim, where the flame giants live.
There go my chances of ever meeting my Sunday morning just before New Year's.
Kazuto, we're running out of time.
Like I said, 15 is by far the worst. Honestly, in my opinion, one of like the worst episodes animation-wise.
Flip the plate.
yes.
It's not animated horribly, though. There's still a handful of Handful, what the fuck? There's still a handful of entire animes I can think of that look worse than this episode. But going from how surprisingly great Phantom Bullet was to look at, I feel like it's fair to point out. Episode 16 though, damn,
that is pretty good!
The episode itself is, again, nothing mind-blowing. It's mostly just a fight scene, to be honest. But it's a pretty darn good fight scene. It definitely had me more, locked in than 15. Only real problems I had with it are the starting scene where Yui is yapping once again, but that was pretty quick. Asuna kind of just standing there for like a solid 2 minutes doing nothing. There's like the one part where like the monster is going like slowly going to attack Kirito, and the whole time I was saying like Asuna's like 2 feet behind him. What is she doing? And there's one flashback that does drag on a bit. I feel like there was like multiple times we could have just cut it. But overall, good basic episode. Also, this bit got me.
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's so a trap.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
Yeah, that's a big red flag. If she's got an HP gauge, we might have to fight her.
A trap. Totally a trap.
Obviously a trap.
I know it's not like genius writing. I don't care, it's funny. Episode 17 is alright. There was a small flashback that I actually liked and felt it was fair to have. It didn't look horrible. It had that one scene, which feels straight out of an SEO game, which I can only assume lots of Kirito haters took this to him being unloyal, not looking at anyone specifically. But yeah, there's just not a lot to say about this. Big fight, Klein being down bad, roll credits. Nothing noteworthy, nothing to whine about, kinda just an episode. If I were to rank the episodes, it'd probably be like C, A, B, like that, you know what I mean? Like, Sonic.
Cool.
God. I could be talking about the IDW comics right now. I could. I want to talk about Lanolin, but no, we're talking about Sword Art Online, because God hates me. It is obvious what this arc is. It's not about finding the will to survive and grow. It's not about going to the ends of the world to save the one you love. It's not about trying to move past your trauma. It's just vibes. A few episodes of just watching characters you like going on an adventure. I think that's fine. Honestly, I do. But I think the problem is that to me personally, Sword Art Online isn't really an anime I can think of that has filler. Okay, now I know, like, that word gets passed around. Filler is, usually meant to be like when an anime is catching up to a manga. And this is an actual arc. I'm assuming. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't checked into it, but I'm assuming this is an arc in like the light novel, but it feels like filler. It feels like if you took it out, nothing would change. I do think that as well, the stakes were a little forced with 𝗲𝗲 Online potentially destroying itself. Ooh. I feel like if you're gonna have them just, going on a little adventure, just be that. Just have them just playing a game together, and maybe the stakes are just Kirito wants Excalibur. I feel like that is enough. If you like the characters a lot, then you'll probably like this arc. I don't hate it. But I feel like... Whoa, holy shit. But I feel like if you told me you just went from Phantom Bullet to Mother Rosario, I'd understand. It's technically the worst arc in the anime for me so far, but I think that's just because the rest of it has been surprisingly good on rewatch. That is, unless Mother Rosario ends up surprising me and it turns out to be ass. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. I don't get why Excalibur is in 𝗲𝗲. They could. I get it's because when you think of story swords, you think of Excalibur. Sonic has Excalibur. Sonic and the Black Knight's kind of better than Sonic, I'm gonna be honest.